Hey, folks, another edition of the Turtle Power Show and Tell. What the hell, Pteranodon Media. Gotta wind it there. Donnie, Donatello, and Krang. We're gonna be talking about these guys today. So, hang out? What do I say? Oh, yeah, hold on. Alright, here we go. We got Donnie and Lord Krang. Yes, look at that. Now, here's something very interesting about the Krang we're going to talk about in just a second. But let's get Donnie out of the way here. Now, it's very similar to the last Leonardo figure that I showed you. Tight articulation. I like the look on his face. I really like that. Very concerned look. But again, I have the feeling that these are more like the intro turtles, the intro animation turtles. It would have been nice to get that little cool line in the middle drawn in like at the beginning. But yeah, when the turtles actually looked really cool, but in the intro, but then you get the actual episodes and they're just a bunch of goofballs. But yeah, I do like that. So I'm going to refer to them as the intro turtles, intro toon turtles, which is kind of like every time I watched it, it almost seemed like I wanted the cartoon to look like that as far as the quality of animation goes. But yeah. So here's Krang. Here's something. We're going to try something here. Oh, Shredder, oh, you fools, rocksteady people. Oh, I love doing Krang. He apparently has removable tentacles, and they're supposed to go inside here. So let's give that a shot here. See if I don't break it. Okay, not too difficult. Little ball joint there. Okay, cool. Not as painful as I thought it was going to be. So now you could stick him in here. There you go. Nice and snug. Huh. And which one was right and which one was left? I don't think it really matters. It just depends on your imagination. And there you go. The first season of before he got his body, he had this little wonky thing. And now it surprises me that I don't actually have an original Krang figure lying around somewhere. I thought I did, but I don't. But the original figure I did have. Let's go into the articulation before I start telling you stupid stories. Here is the articulation. You get this, you get some right there, you get some nice little knee articulation, and this swivels around. Very cool. I like that. They could have just done a static thing like what's that Dial-A-Mug figure was not as articulated as this, I don't think. There's a little bit of sloppy paintwork, but that's okay. It can be forgiven because this is a really good representation of Krang. And he does come. Okay, well, some of the accessories, you get different hands. You get different hands to hold things, right? You want your turtles to hold things. I'm okay with just the bow staff. But what is cool is a turtle communicator. So I think I may have Donnie posed with a turtle communicator. Does it fit in the hands? Not really. It doesn't look like... The hands are kind of pliable, kind of. But he's still here. He's going to hold it kind of like that. And I don't want to chip the paint, so that's kind of an issue there. But it's cool to have a little communicator that's very accurate to the cartoon. And you get the clothes. It would have been nice if we had a working one. It would be nice if I had a real one. But such is life. Let's actually put Krang in his little rolly chair thing that he sometimes appeared. I think he came out in the first, put his little tentacles back in there. First few episodes before he had that, he had this, if I remember correctly. And he's got a little indentation here so you can actually stick that in. And how does this fit? Pretty snug, huh? Well, better snug than loose, right? Jesus. And there's Krang falling over on his little rolly thing. That I guess it's supposed to... Well, let me put it back over here. How balanced is it? You could kind of balance it. This thing's got some good balance too. Doesn't help that all this is kind of ridgy, but yeah, overall, some A+ figures, pretty awesome. Now let's do something else. Let's get some other figures here. I'm going to take them back out of this. I'm going to move this out of the way. I really would like to figure out how to get the communicator. What's the best hand to use for the communicator? Because these look more like... These are a lot rigid. A lot more rigid than the movie turtle hands. And they're a lot more closed. So I don't see the purpose in having those. And I always saw Donnie as the one with the communicator. I don't know if it was a communicator or if it was like an analysis device. Alright. Oops, I have it backwards because the screen is on this end. I kind of bent the plastic a little bit on that, so beware of that. Yeah, they don't really fit in snugly. I mean, they fit in too snugly. That's the problem. The hands aren't very pliable. That is an issue. And these are a little more closed than the other ones. I don't know. So I don't know what they're for if they're going to be doing that. So I don't know. But it's nice to have it nonetheless. Anyway, let me put Krang back in his little walking thing. Now, I will tell you the story while I'm doing that of when I was a child. And when I was a child, I bought the Krang toy. Someone had bought the Krang toy for me. My dad or my mom or someone. I went down to visit my grandmother in the valley. And someone, what, I took it off and put it back on. Someone got some bubblicious bubble gum all over the glass part of the original Krang toy. And I was so distraught because that gum had got real sticky and did not want to remove. So my grandma said she would come and fix it for me. So she came over and brought some baby oil and put the baby oil on the thing and wiped it off. And then I thought that was pretty cool. So ever since then, whenever I've gotten gum on something, I've used baby oil or some sort of oil. Before there was Goo Gone, you could use baby oil and things like that. And it made it look almost as new, but there's still some scratches and all that. So that's what I want to be careful with this one. I don't want to put a lot of scratches, but then again, these toys really aren't to play with. These are more for the man-child demographic. So let's go with the turtles that I got right now. Let's get Donnie. Let's get Shredder over here. Still my favorite out of the bunch. It's nice to have Krang, but, you know, Shredder's kicking some ass. Where is my... Oh, here he is. Leonardo. Yeah. Leo, you're going to hang back over there. Donnie, you're going to hang over here. Shredder's confused. And why not? Let's put... Playmates Rocksteady right here, and let's put Playmates Bebop, beep 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 bop, right there. So that's what they look like all together, just to give you an idea of scale. Now let's have some fun with Krang and Donnie, and let's get some counterparts over here. Here is original Donnie. Right? Original Donnie. Now, I don't have the bow staff. I have one somewhere. But, like every good accessory, it is meant to get lost. Right? There's a kid that lost all my accessories. And, originally, Donnie was brown. Because turtles can be brown. So, yeah. Now, I don't have my original Krang. Actually, I do have my original Krang. But I did something with that Krang years ago. I painted it. Yeah, I painted this original Krang. It's funny, he does have a little circle in there. I used to put my little finger and move him around like a finger puppet. This is a custom Krang that I did to paint to look more like the cartoon. I wonder if this... yeah, it would be too good to be true if that actually fit. But wouldn't it have been nice if NECA had actually... NECA had made this work for this Krang. How does my Krang compare to... So he's about the same size. And you know what? Just for fun, people, let's bust out. Those joints are a little bit loose. I see them right here. Ah! You fool! An Utrom. Yeah. One of the comic book Utroms. Which were benevolent aliens, actually. They were actually the good guys. So yeah, that's just to give you a little comparison. Oh, and how about let's get this. Let's get, since I have him out here somewhere, let's get Corey Feldman, Donnie here. And just to give you a little comparison of what all the Donnies look like. Pretty cool and fun, right? Alright, folks. Well, you've seen it. I have one more turtle that I got recently. Michelangelo. So we'll be doing Michelangelo soon. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but I may do it in the next couple of days. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later on.